Hey everyone, welcome to JoJo's World.
Good morning!
This is Liam S. Smith coming at you on the radio waves live from Perth, Western Australia.
We're on the internet, that's not radio.
Live.
This is not live at
We
all.
are streaming to twitch.tv. We've got cameras there, and there.
What? We're in your bedroom. Why do you have cameras in your bedroom? What are you doing here?
I'm Liam S. Smith, one of your co-hosts.
And I'm Nick Valentine, one of the other co-hosts.
One of the other many co-hosts
That's
that
right.
I cycle in and out on the various JoJo's World projects.
That's right.
You see, what you don't know, Nick, because you never look at the public pod feed,
Correct.
is that I'm currently up to Stardust Crusaders with two other co-hosts.
What?
And Phantom Blood with another one.
What? But I thought I was the main co-host.
This is JoJo's World, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Recap and Discussion podcast, but today we are talking about King of Fighters Destiny, the King of Fighters fighting game based 3D animated web series.
I love that your passion is waning so hard, but mine is like...
I'm getting kind of bored of this
King of
show,
Fighters.
Nick.
Oh, you can't get bored of the show. It's so good. It's so ridiculous. What is this gap?
It's fine.
Ugh. Okay.
So King of Fighters Destiny is the story of a bunch of fighters, and they all want to be the King of Fighters, but only one of them is named King.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about King from Tekken, I'm talking about King from King of Fighters.
You're telling me there's multiple kings in multiple fighting games, neither of whom are necessarily the King of Fighters.
No.
However, they could be.
One of them has the potential, and the other could be the King of Tekken.
You mean the King of the Iron Fist tournament?
Tekking.
The Tekking.
Yeah. Nick,
Yes.
what'd you think of the few episodes we watched today?
So I didn't watch episode 4?
Because it was
Four?
Geese side story. It was entirely like concept
Still
art,
images.
still images about Geese's backstory. Just a couple of quick points from that. He grew up in Stroheim Castle, possible JoJo reference.
Almost definitely.
Yep. And his younger brother Krauser kicked him out of the family home and was like,
Krauser.
True Stroheim blood doesn't flow through your veins. And then they fought, and he was like, he said a crucial and stupid line. Geese was like, kill me now or I'll come back and kill you. And then brother was like it or not, we're brothers, but get lost, you're no longer needed here. So Geese left Stroheim Castle.
Okay.
And then went to the same martial arts school as Jeff.
Oh, and that's where they became best friends.
They'll feel the hatred and terror of Geese Howard,
Okay,
he said
maybe
as
not.
his face cross-faded into the sky.
Wait, did he already have purple eyes at this point?
Yeah, that's kind of his whole thing.
What?
So he and Jeff grew up training until one day Geese came to Jeff and was like, no, hang on.
You got to get this right, because I didn't watch
Yeah.
this.
Jeff came to Geese and was like, Geese, are you planning on stealing the secret scroll? And Geese was like, yep, I don't like that you're the only one who's allowed to have it. And then they fought, and then Jeff won because Geese always thought he was much stronger than Jeff, but Jeff was actually much stronger than Geese.
He was holding back.
Yeah, and he could have caved in his face against the wall with a single punch, but he didn't.
Oh, interesting.
And then he was like it or not, we're brothers, but get lost, you're no longer welcome here. And then Geese was like, I've got to leave, and I've got to become stronger, and I've got to kill Jeff in front of his two adopted kids.
He knew it in his mind. That was the exact thing he had to do, and he knew what year to do it in.
Yeah, and he knew what mailbox to do it out the front of.
Is this the reason why you're getting bored? Because we haven't seen the mailbox in the last 3 episodes?
And that's basically the whole Geese backstory episode.
So him and Jeff trained, and then Jeff was like, you're going to steal the thing.
And Geese
Fuck
was like,
you.
I deserve the secret scroll. Only one person can have it, and it should be me. And Jeff was like, Geese, come on.
Why did Geese want the secret scroll?
He wants to be the ultimate student of this martial art, and he thinks he deserves the secret scroll. And he doesn't like that Jeff has it, and he doesn't.
Okay.
You see, it's like if you have a ball, and a dog sees that you have the ball,
Yeah.
and it wants to take it from you, but then if you just give it to it, it doesn't want it.
Is that how dogs work?
Sure.
Oh. I always assumed that dogs would just be like, a ball, a ball, a ball. And then if you like held out your hand with the ball, they'd be all like, give me the ball, and
Well,
then run off
it's the
with the ball.
no-take, only throw principle.
Oh, I see.
Kind of.
I see.
No give, only take. Me, Geese.
Only... no friendship, only scroll.
Yeah. No sons, only death.
No Jeff, only Geese Howard.
Yeah. Sorry, kids. Geese is your dad now. You've been double adopted.
Fuck. This isn't even like the last adoption that we see. There's like, oh no, wait, no, that wasn't adoption. That was just serial killers. Sorry, no. Because before you said, oh yeah, some guy adopted 2 serial killers or something. Or the 2 serial killers adopted a pet person.
No, I misspoke. I
Yeah,
was saying there
yeah.
were... Okay, there were... I don't know if they're necessarily serial killers, but I did say that. They're criminals, at least. 2 criminals in the King of Fighters tournament, but I stuttered a bit, and Nick thought that I said, when I was saying he's one of 2 serial killers, he thought I was saying he's the pet of 2 serial killers.
And I went, King of Fighters has gotten way weirder than I
This is
thought.
all a conversation that occurred off air. Anyway, new episode. Vroomf.
It's episode 5.
5.
Kyo is sitting on his bed,
He's
meditating.
meditating. His phone is on. It's not even on silent. That feels like bad meditation practice.
If you've got Messenger or anything not on mute, you're in deep shit.
It's standard ring. Standard ring, Nick.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. If you get a Messenger message, it's just going to vibrate and be like, "Budoo?"
Yeah.
And you'll be all like, oh, my meditation is ruined. Ruined.
But standard ring. And it's not even like a calming meditation song as his ringtone.
True.
It's
If
just
it was... Maybe what you need is like one of those like what's the things that hang, those bells that hang and they're like when the wind
Like a
blows.
gamelan.
No, a gamelan is like a thing you hit with
It's a series of bells.
gamelan, a series of bells?
Sure.
I thought a gamelan
Bells of a certain sort.
I thought gamelan was like a Malaysian xylophone.
Yeah. They're bells.
They're bells?
I think they're arguably bells.
I thought they were big pieces of metal that are like curved.
Nick, define bell for me.
A conical piece of metal, not curved. Don't be ridiculous with me.
Anyway, it's Kyo's dad who's like, I can't believe you young kids are off having KOF without me.
And Kyo's all like, oh, well, I mean, you can come along if you want. Like, we can just get a plane ticket for you or something.
Tell Bedamaru to book a flight for me and I can be your special coach. Dad, I felt the presence of Orochi. Is the sacred seal okay?
Dad looks behind him at the sacred sealed sword.
Yeah, seems fine to me. I've been in here all day.
I don't see any necromantic energy here. What you talking about, Kyo? What
As
you
long
doing?
as I'm here, your seal is safe. Also, I'm fucking sick of your mum pushing me around. What, just like a horrid woman, and then...
What
like,
did you say to me?
the silhouette of mum is in the doorway, and like he's... I'm not entirely sure what this word means, but I would describe...
Hang on. You would describe the word?
No.
Okay.
Let me finish.
No.
I would describe Kyo's dad in this scene as a simp.
Wow. Wow. I can't remember what the simp is again.
Because he's like, it's me. It's my lifelong pleasure to serve you, honey. I'm going to go clean the kitchen. Yes, right away, right away.
Wow. So he is basically just whipped into action.
Oh, you can
by
just
the
finish
lady.
the sentence at whipped.
Oh, okay. He's whipped, hard whipped by the mother, who's like, "You're not going fucking anywhere."
And then as he leaves, ominous purple smoke glows on the sacred sword.
What could it mean?
Meanwhile, Geese is in his penthouse apartment in Geese Tower, listening to Wagner's Ride of the Valkyries and swinging his fingers out of time with the music.
And bopping his head as if it's like a smooth jazz,
Yeah.
like sweet beat, where he's like, yeah, that's good stuff. As like, dun 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 dun.
Yeah, I love that beat. That
gotta love
thumping
it, yeah.
bass.
Ooh. It's got that real, like, nouveau feel, you know? That real chic, le classique.
So we think Geese is German because he grew up in Stroheim Castle and he likes Wagner. But I noted he was not listening to that one song from The Godfather that was listed as the kind of music he likes.
These guys have done no research into the characters. They have no
They
respect.
didn't even attempt to get the rights to the Godfather OST.
Do you reckon maybe they did and it was rebuked and they went,
Public domain Wagner. He gets a text from Billy being like, the goods are good. I unloaded that truck from last episode.
I think he sends a response to him being like, great.
Good. Don't text me after 11, Billy. This is Geese's time.
This is my private hour, all right? I have very important things to do. Nude Tane.
He calls a figure only in his phone as R. And
Who
he's
could
like,
it be?
the goods are good. We'll do the plan. Ha 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 ha. Beep.
Who is it?
Who could it be?
Is it Geese? Oh no, he's Geese.
Oh my god, he's Geese.
Is it Terry?
Meanwhile, the protagonists
Where's Terry?
are in their Japanese hotel room, being like,
I forgot, we're in America, but it's a Japanese hotel
Yep.
room. Yep.
Kyo, are you so scared about the tournament that you're hallucinating the Orochi? No.
Why would I be scared?
Diamond, book a flight. We need Dad to help us fight this snake demon.
Oh, all right, sure.
Benamaru, I need you to gather information on the rest of the tournament participants. Because even though there's a world-ending demon potentially on the loose, we do still need to win this martial arts tournament.
Benimaru is all like, well, I can do that. And then Rachel calls.
Oh my god.
And he's all like,
great
oh,
time.
perfect timing, Rachel.
Need you to pull me the dossiers on all the other participants. Also, how's that search for Yuri Sakazaki going? Cut to London, England.
No comma.
Yep, London, England.
London, England.
We meet two members of Team Girls.
No, it's the Queen's team.
Yeah, they do
We
basically
very
be like,
explicitly stated.
after they very explicitly reject Team Girls or whatever.
Team Girls? No.
Team Girl Power.
We need a name that strikes fear into their heart. What about the Queen's team? Yeah, I like
says
that.
the character named King.
Says Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
So King and Yuri are walking down the street being like, we want to enter the King of Fighters tournament because we want money.
We have no idea how they know each other or who they are.
No, but they all know each other.
Yeah, they're girls. They know each other.
Yuri wants to enter the tournament to prove herself to her brother and father.
Is it to prove herself or is it to fight?
Both.
Okay, gotcha. Yep. Classic
King
take on Kung
thinks
Fu.
about the prize money. And, like, you know, in those game shows where you go into like a vacuum tube full of like dollar bills?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like, that starts happening around her in her mind.
Like the best game in the Price is Right? Is it Price is Right or is it a different game?
Couldn't tell you. Don't watch a lot of game shows.
Okay, great. Hey, who's Yuri?
Yuri Sakazaki, the sister of Ryo Sakazaki.
Hey, you remembered that it's not Ryu.
Yeah.
Ah, well done. I'm very glad.
She's 17 years old.
Bit young, I guess. I
Her
don't know.
birthplace is Japan, but she doesn't really remember it very well.
Oh, wait. Does she live in America now?
Yeah, she lives
Right.
in America with her brother
In the dojo.
that he runs.
True.
Occupation student,
Ah,
likes her friends, earrings that are a keepsake of her late mother.
damn, that got dark very quickly.
Dislikes, octopuses, indecisive men, people who look like octopi.
Wait.
Not a fan of mind flayers.
There's a 3-chain link between these things. She doesn't like octopuses or octopi. She doesn't
There's
like
octopuses.
Doesn't like, what was it? Weak men,
Indecisive men.
indecisive men, and men that look like octopi.
People that look like octopi.
Sorry, now indecisive
This is
men.
falling apart, Nick.
Do indecisive men look like octopi?
Probably not.
Ooh, this needs further investigation.
Her hobbies are experimenting with cooking and karaoke.
Oh, we're gonna get an episode where she's in the kitchen being like, "Hey guys, I made us these things," and then the other two ladies are like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
that's
this
going to
looks."
be the same episode where we see Billy Kane do laundry for 6 hours.
It's just like, this looks terrible. Don't tell her that. She's very self-conscious of her great cooking.
Her favourite food? Mild curry, pickled ume, shortcake, dishes she cooked herself, kasujiru, daikons and fish. 14 sports is softball.
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 That makes sense. She does look like a softball player. This might be the first time that the sport actually makes sense for the character.
And her fighting style is Kyokugen Ryu Karate and an arrangement of personal styles.
Ooh, like kicking people.
Kicking people.
Real hard. She has a headband and yoga pants and a singlet so that she can move freely and punch people right the fuck up. Is she inspired by,
I don't know. I have no info. I have no behind the scenes info on Yuri Sakazaki.
Well, she reminds me
What
of...
was your question?
She reminds me of Sakura from...
Cardcaptor Sakura.
Not quite, from Street Fighter. Like,
I don't know.
she's like a schoolgirl character who's like similar to like Ryu and Ken, kind of.
Oh, you mean like how
Fight
everyone in Street Fighter is kind of just another version of Ryu?
Yeah. But she's like a schoolgirl who's like, I'm gonna punch you, and she's like she's a little bit untamed in her like power strikes and stuff. Anyway, she's a cool character. Doesn't matter anymore.
Okay.
I don't know if she's inspired by it, but maybe she is. Maybe she is. No one knows.
And King is
Who
a
loves
skill
money.
fighter.
I swear, if her likes are money,
Her job is bar owner or bartender of Illusion Bar.
sick.
She likes her kid brother, her pet cat, and then there's just a line of dialogue, which is, perhaps I should say my beautiful face, laughs.
So she likes that quote of herself? Or is this like they interviewed the characters?
I guess so. None of the other ones have that.
Weird, okay, sure.
She dislikes grubby guys.
Ooh, don't we all?
She won't like Terry.
Wow, okay, way to diss Terry.
I mean, we know.
He's not
we know
grubby.
he doesn't bathe.
He's not grubby.
Her hobbies are collecting wine glasses and making original cocktails.
That lines up with her job. Yep.
Favorite food? Vegetables. Wine. I'm a vegetarian, so anything without meat is fine.
Huh. There you go.
Forte in sports is billiards.
Billiards. Oh, I guess she does run a bar. Yeah, okay.
Special skill creating cocktails. Favorite music? Jazz rock, fighting style, Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
We've had that already from
Yeah,
someone.
what's his name? From, not Ben.
Joe?
Joe. That's his name.
Ah, I sense a rivalry in the midst.
Ooh. Double Muay Thai fight.
King's appearance in the first game was made to hide her gender, with the game's player even using he to refer to the character. A real Samus Aran situation.
Yeah. Very interesting. What year did that
Dunno.
come out? It was a different time.
A woman couldn't just enter the King of Fighters tournament.
It needed to be
her
a
brother
man.
or father would stop her.
It's a real Mulan rags to riches tale. At first,
the real Moulin Rouge situation.
she was marketed as a he, and then he was a she.
And they had to hide their love from the Duke or the Count or whatever.
You mean geese?
Yeah. So they're like, you want to enter the King of Fighters tournament? Yeah, I want to enter the King of Fighters tournament. I want all this money. And she does this, like, as I said, she does this big, like, cash grab, laughter, fantasy sequence. But
Where she's like, I could sell my invitation for
the
money.
voice actor is doing, like, huge, like
Maniacal
belly
laughter.
laughs. And then her mouth is just perfectly still. And, like, all these rocking laughs are coming out of it.
Kind of that. But
You can't
with
do
real
it
laughter.
because your body to do that amount of laugh would need to be
standing, arms outstretched, as if to be cradling two giant like bowling ball globes either
money.
side of money, pure money on either side, being like, I've done it.
Then Yuri makes a really unsettling face.
Where she looks like, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna eat my apple now. I'm also high.
Yeah. She does look like she's high. But we're going to get our third fighter. Why, mayhaps our third member of our team is...
Mayhaps, because it's May. Oh, no, I guess it's Mayhaps.
Okay. Mayhaps our third member of the team is even now getting assaulted in that alleyway over there.
Why, whoever could it be? Could it be the excessively large-breasted woman that we've been seeing in the intros since who knows when?
Since episode 1.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Mai Shiranui.
Why, who's Mai Shiranui?
Why, she's wearing a cool detective-looking trench coat that she soon discards for like a traditional ceremonial Japanese garb. She fights with fans.
But who
and
is
she's being
she?
attacked by a bunch of like generic anime rapists.
They were just like, we own these streets, you son of a bitch. And she's all like, no, you don't? Fuck off.
This is London, England, thank you very much.
I can do what I
This
want.
is a pre-Brexit world.
I could drive down to fucking London and then drive down to France in the same day.
Yeah, I've got freedom of movement throughout the EU, motherfucker.
You can't do shit to me. I'm from Japan.
Her job is Shiranui Ninja and heiress to the Shiranui clan.
Wait, so her job is ninja.
Yep.
Her job, day to day.
Someone's job has got to be ninja. Well, you're gonna pull up your friggin' Uber ninjutsu app and get like a part-time...
Gonna outsource your ninja work to
Yeah.
somewhere else? No, of course not.
You want someone who dedicates their life to the traditions of the ghost, and only then can they defend Tsushima from the Mongol horde.
If they're not shinobi, they're not worth the time of day.
I heard a factoid recently that I don't know to be true about the historical underpinnings of recent video game Ghost of Tsushima,
Go on.
which is that the Mongols attempted to invade Japan twice.
Uh-huh.
One time they landed and were pretty successful before they were fucked up by a hurricane.
Yep.
And then the second time they tried again, and on their way there they were fucked up by a hurricane.
That is a true fact. That is a legitimately true fact. You know how I know that's a true fact?
How?
Because in the Bill Wirtz video, History of Japan, or Bill Wirtz? Bill makes the claim, backed up by evidence and research, that when the Mongols attempted to invade Japan the first time, they got there, and then they were hit by a hurricane. And then they tried again, and they were hit by a hurricane. And they didn't
This
try
is more
again.
trouble than it's worth.
Yeah. And that was it.
She likes her ornamental hairpin. It's a keepsake from her grandmother. She also likes spending time with Andy.
Oh.
Dislikes spiders.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
What about people that love spiders? Do you reckon they like walk around society just like you or me and go, hey, I'm a fan of spiders?
No, I don't.
And then as soon as...
No, I don't, Nick.
Oh,
That would
okay.
be something a crazy person would do.
Just walking around, hey, I like spiders.
Mind you, my friend Drew's kind of like that.
Something is right. You said that would be crazy, then immediately said, oh, my friend is a bit like that.
Her hobbies include cooking.
Uh-huh.
Real theme with these three women.
Is it poor character design? Is that what this is?
Specifically making boxed lunches and traditional Japanese New Year's dishes.
Ah, okay, that's a bit different.
And dieting.
Interesting choice. I wonder,
Favorite food, rice cake soup, sweet red bean covered rice balls.
Nice.
Forte in sports, Japanese badminton.
Nice.
Special skill, traditional Japanese dressmaking.
Ah,
Favorite
nice.
music, heavy metal.
Marry me.
Nick's cup
Just-
runneth over.
Oh my god, this is perfect.
And finally, weapon, butterfly fan, and fighting style, Shiranui Ryu Ninjutsu.
Nice. She a ninja.
Due to Mai's vast popularity among fans around the world, she's been in most promotional art, game arts, themes, and merchandise out of any character, making her the female mascot and sex symbol of SNK.
I wonder how that happened. We do have, not in this episode, but I think in like a couple episodes.
The press conference episode.
Yeah, in the press conference episode. There's a lot of...
There's just like 3 whole scenes dedicated to being like, wow, her body is beautiful.
She has got it going on. Damn.
In an interview with one of the series designers, Shinkiro, he replies that Mai was the most difficult character to illustrate. He comments, I thought she was going to burst out of her costume.
Yep.
Yep.
Wait, is that her in Fatal Fury?
Yeah, she's a Fatal Fury alumnus.
She's from Fatal Fury.
Yep, she was originally not planned to be included in Fatal Fury at all, as her fighting style was created for a different male ninja. When developers shifted their focus to include an idol character in the series, they decided to scrap the Shiranui man for Mai.
Nice.
Her characteristic bounce was loosely modified from the kunoichi method of assassination, to be sensual to their unassuming prey before they strike.
Yep, that tracks. That really tracks. Have you ever played a King of Fighters game and seen The Bounce?
No.
You know how
I'm not a pervert, Nick. I've never played a King of Fighters game.
let's just say, you know how in every single promotional material you see her leaning over a lot?
And she does that like 6 times in these 2
Yeah,
episodes.
That's her normal fighting stance.
Right.
And she like sways from side to side with like her fan at the ready to just fuck you up. It's very distracting. They did a good job.
So yeah, all these generic like London rapists are here. And
They're not generic London rapists. They're
they are.
generic
They're literally-
JoJo's bystanders.
they're literally there being like, oh man, 3 women, boss, can we have one of them?
Oh, can I have the Lolita? I watched that movie and felt very confused.
I feel like I should seek therapy for some of my more unsavory impulses.
And then the big guy's like, no, bam, don't take the Lolita. Oh, I'll take the Lolita because I watched it and had no unsavory feelings whatsoever. And then the two guys
that's
are
why
like,
I'm gonna have sex with this.
and the two guys are like, you should feel some kind of conflict inside your boss. That's probably not very healthy. And he's all like, shut up, I'm the boss here.
So he's like 7 feet tall and 8 feet wide, and the other 2 are just kind of generic.
They've got, one of them looks like a member of, like, what was that band from ages ago? Like AMI or whatever it was.
Sure.
Yeah. He's got a lot of eyeliner. He's got a scar
He looks
across
like a
his
Guitar
eye.
Hero 3 character creator.
Yes, he does. He's balding quite violently.
And then Yuri and King are also in the alleyway. Yuri does her signature apple throw. And, oh, we're all gonna fight. Mai takes off her trench coat, reveals her traditional dress. They all beat up some goons.
Yuri does a sick, like, bicycle kick at one point.
Yeah. She also just like slaps a, like loose wrist, slaps a guy in the face for like great damage.
It's pretty dope.
King's just kicking butt. King is all-star.
King does something very similar to the slapping where she does like multiple kick slaps.
Like you would raise your foot up to someone's head,
Face.
and then you would hinge it on your knee, but keep your upper leg entirely still.
Right. Requiring great control
I'm sure.
of the leg. Something I cannot do.
And Maya's just like throwing her fans around and throwing fireballs. And then the guy attacks them with a lightning chain, by which I mean he attacks them with a huge iron chain that he found somewhere and it's electrified.
I don't know how you're getting bored of this show.
And then they kill him.
You were just like, when you saw this, you were like, oh my god, he what?
They throw fireballs at him and he dies.
Yeah, no, they literally just throw some fireballs at him. And then King
Kicks the shit out of him.
just does like, pulls a Jeff kick, where she like jumps in the air.
Like an axe kick.
Brings down the leg, bam, look at him go. And then Yuri is all like, oh, you're knocked out already.
Wow, guys, we sure did beat up those marauding bandits. Well, we should enter the King of Fighters tournament together. All right.
And they do.
And they do.
And what should they call themselves?
The Queen's team.
And they do.
They all know their secret handshake, even after they've just named the team.
It's not even that, like, secret. It's just a normal thing to do. If we were going to do, like, a 1, 2, 3...
They all put their hands in like the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah. And if we... Okay, if
And
you
they
and
say,
I...
1, 2, 3, Queen's team, bring it on. And they all, like, move their arms in the same motion and jump in the air at the same time.
Yeah, but if we were to make something like that up, we would know what
Oh,
we were
no,
gonna
ours
say.
would be much worse.
No,
I can guarantee you we would say 2 different things and do 3 different motions.
Here, watch. Here, do it.
1, 2, 3,
Mighty
JoJo's
Ducks.
World.
Oh, okay, all right. I see where this is going. Okay.
But Maya's like, Andy, watch out. I'm gonna fucking murder you.
And then, next episode beginneth.
Next episode beginneth. Andy, Terry, and Joy are in the slum that they call home. What are we gonna do next? Don't worry, guys. I, Terry, have a plan. I'm gonna go stalk a woman.
So, you remember Angelina?
The beautiful woman from the bar.
Do you remember her?
He follows her.
To her hotel room?
A
Question
hotel
mark?
room.
A hotel
And
room.
there's a guy in there just wearing a towel who's like, the money has been transferred to my account.
Not my's.
No, mine.
Yes,
To mine account.
To mine account,
I
Lady
wonder
Angelina.
if Geese knows. Ha 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 ha. Sip big glass of red wine.
Angelina's all like,
And then
this is impossible.
Then swill the red wine in the camera so we all marvel at how well the liquid is animated.
And we're all like, that's not what would happen at all.
Then raise the red wine to his lips, and like the sipping noise plays like a solid second before the glass gets to his mouth.
God, it's so bad. I love it so much.
You're so beautiful, Angelina. You're called the Rose of Muse.
What does it mean?
And I would like to have a taste of you.
What does it mean?
It doesn't mean anything.
But what is the Rose of Muse?
Well, she's red.
Like a rose.
Red colour scheme. And like the Muse. Like
Well, I'm shrugging real hard
like
right
Orpheus and Eurydice.
now. Oh.
You see, Matt is an artist.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I need so much more explanation. All I know is
And
that
then he tries to rape her.
all I know is that Orpheus couldn't look behind him.
Eurydice.
Eurydice couldn't look behind him.
Yeah, her.
Her. Because Orpheus was there being
Because
all like,
if you're trying to leave the underworld, you can't look back.
right. And Orpheus allowed her to leave the underworld.
No.
No.
Orpheus tried to rescue her, I believe.
Oh.
I might be getting a couple of myths mixed up here. Anyway, the point is, she ate a pomegranate, and now there's winter.
Oh, I get it. Because the gentleman's contract was that
Gentleman's contract.
he would make some paintings and then
Musician.
he would go fight in the
King of Fighters
King of
tournament.
Fighters tournament. It all comes full circle.
So, like, there is, like, a surprisingly lengthy, like, attempted sexual assault here.
What do you mean attempted? He definitely sexually assaults
Okay,
her.
but, like, yes, you're right.
Yeah.
But I suppose what I meant was he doesn't...
he doesn't go all the way.
Yeah.
And, you know,
He's just on top of her, like,
kissing
and
her.
kissing her and groping her.
in a very
Which is
uncomfortable
also
fashion.
disgusting, but, like, he doesn't have, like, full penetrative intercourse with
No.
her. Here's the thing. Mm-hmm. At this moment, Terry, like, shows up and throws him across the room.
Yes.
But what I don't understand is, when Angelina entered the room...
She locked the door.
No, we very explicitly got a... I assumed it was she enters, he comes out of the bathroom behind her, then locks the door.
Yes.
But either way, we very explicitly got a shot of the door being locked. And now Terry's just in the room.
Yeah.
How?
Well, the door was unlocked before, wasn't it?
Go on.
In that split second between
He
Angelina
used
and
instant
Gaz.
transmission to hide in the closet.
Precisely. I use my power geyser to hide myself.
It's a very subtle technique that I learned from a trucker on Route 66.
It could be a very simple entrance into the Orient Express, or perhaps it could be.
Wait, is
a
this your
series of-
Poirot?
I am trying very hard to make a France accent.
Okay, well, Poirot's Belgian for first.
Fuck! I don't know what a Belgian accent is.
Well, actually, based on what I've seen of Poirot, it's basically a French one.
Every single person who's ever made that movie is like, what's Poirot again? Is he French? It sounds pretty fucking French. Alright, he's got a French accent.
Terry kicks the crap out of this guy. He's like, transfer her the money. And the guy's like, don't worry, I've got a gun. I'm going to shoot you in the head, Terry.
He goes for his shirt? He goes for his shirt, pulls out a gun. He's like, fuck you, you coward.
Fires the bullet. Terry stands very, very still until the bullet is like a centimeter away from him. And then he shadow steps to the left and it misses.
He straight up dodges the bullet after
No
it's
one
been
in
shot.
the hotel responds to the gunshot.
That is a good point.
Even the woman who is immediately outside their room is just like, oh, there's a naked man over there in a scene's time. Not, there was just a gunshot in that room.
Oh no, no one would care. I mean, this is a Japanese hotel in America. It's obviously soundproof for Yakuza purposes.
Ah.
Yes.
Terry, like, picks this guy up by the throat with one hand and pops his head off.
I'm not going to say pops his head off is the right term, but almost chokes him to death.
Yeah. Transfer the money. Okay, I'll transfer the money. And then he gets kicked out of the room with no clothes. And then it's like, oh, we hug and we have a flashback to when I saved you from bullies as a kid.
Angelina and Terry hug and they already had a hug before?
Oh my god. And she had like a much worse fashion sense back then.
What are you talking about? This is far more moderate.
Wearing... It's not nearly as glamorous, but also like purple beanie with cat ear lumps. No, thank you.
I may have spoken too soon. But maybe it's just what a normal beanie does.
Well, she
Did you
is
think
the
about
Rose
that?
of Muse. So.
Oh, of course, because she wears red.
Hey, why are you trying to protect me? We're friends. I can't leave you alone.
Thanks,
You
Terry.
remember that voice?
It was very full on.
Don't cry. You'll drain all the water out of your body and dry up like a raisin. Well then, I've got to go training with my father, who I'm much older than I am in the flashback where we saw him die, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Let me just put on my signature red hat that my father gave me on the day he died. Anyway, gotta go train with my father.
Let me do this cartwheel to profess my love for living.
I feel like this scene needed a second draft because I can't see a version of that dialogue that doesn't explicitly contradict everything we've seen.
I mean, surely this must have happened before he died.
He's so much huger, and that was like his 10th birthday. Look at him here. He's huge.
Maybe it's just a bad translation. Maybe he means brother, not father. And they accidentally put down father instead of brother.
But his brother would be off in China learning from legitimate martial artists.
Maybe it's an honorific father, you know? It's like the father at the dojo who I'm training under right now.
Sure.
You know, maybe it's like, yeah, my dad, you know, not my real dad, but my actual dad.
Meanwhile, back in the present. Oh, Terry, how can I ever make it up to you for saving me?
She
Brief
says,
moment of sexual tension. Cut to a cafe.
oh yeah, because Terry has like a stomach gurgle. And he's like,
Yeah.
oh, I haven't eaten in like 6 days.
Cafe, she orders a club sandwich with wasabi, chili, and mayonnaise sauce. And he gets the same. That's his signature order.
Very refined and
My
disgusting.
attention is immediately drawn to the coffee blackboard in the background.
You immediately were like, oh, there's a flat white. That's an
Yeah.
Australian
I thought that
tradition.
was an Australian variation of a coffee beverage, but it's on the Southtown American Japanese coffee board for $6.
Maybe
That's an expensive coffee.
maybe it's a Japanese thing? Question mark? A flat white? Maybe? Perhaps?
I mean, it's not. It's an Australian thing.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Coffee research segment. Do. What's the beans? Play the What's the Beans theme song.
Dun 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 dun. Bada 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 bada. What's the beans? What's the beans? We get like a choir of people in the background just going, what's the beans? What's the beans?
The earliest documented reference to the beverage date back to Australia in the mid-1980s.
Dun dun.
A review of the Sydney cafe Miller's Treat in May 1983 refers to their flat white coffee.
Dun dun.
Another Sydney newspaper article in 1984 satirised a Vogue for cafe latte, stating that cafe latte translates as flat white.
Dun 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 dun. What's the beans? This is a real
That was a
segment
bit
now,
loud.
isn't it? Yeah.
By 2013, the flat white was available in Australian cafes in New York City, with Hugh Jackman co-owning one of them and endorsing the product.
Oh, okay, slow the fuck down.
With the flat white becoming increasingly well known globally, very large coffee shop chains such as Starbucks, Costa Coffee, Cafe Nero, Cafe Coffee Day, and Pret a Manger added flat whites to their menus. Starbucks debuted the flat white in American stores on 6th of January 2015.
But hold on. Hugh Jackman helped pioneer.
Hugh Jackman,
Helped pioneer.
the international flat white.
What?
Well, I'm sure he needed a fun new coffee beverage to show off to his friends in New York that he liked to have dinner with, like, say, Donald Trump's children. Fact.
Was that a fact?
Yes.
Oh wow. All right.
I mean, part of that was a fact.
He is definitely
Friends with them.
He is definitely Hugh Jackman.
So they all have flat whites, and it's all nice. I myself had one this very morning.
I didn't.
You don't like coffee.
I hate coffee so much. This may come as a shock to our listeners who assume that I'm always high on coffee.
Well, of course, they know how much you're enthusiastic for our signature segment, Bean Time, or whatever I just called it.
It's what's the beans? What's the beans? What's the beans? Come on, you got to get into it more.
I don't love this theme song.
How can you not love the theme song? I just made it up
Yeah, I
then.
could use a third pass.
Okay, all right, hang on. What would you say it needs?
You're here to enter the King of Fighters tournament, right, Terry?
Yeah, that would be a
That's
good
my
section.
voice.
Angelina, you're so much...
Angelina, you smoke so much.
Yeah, you know me.
They do call me the Rose of Musée, after all.
You know why they call me the
Yes.
Rose of Muse? Because my vocal cords bleed a lot, thus leading to bloody discharge when I sing.
Geese is hosting the tournament because he wants to recruit promising fighters as his men.
Ooh, like Billy Kane.
It's like Billy Kane.
And I assume Kyo, and or any other fighter who is entering this tournament, question mark?
And if he does spot you, he'll try mess with you.
If he does spot you, he'll try mess with you.
You should leave. I'll never leave. Meanwhile, the protagonists are looking at their,
If he does spot you, he'll try mess with you.
Yeah.
He'll try mess with
Why are you having trouble with this?
there's no mess with. It's just mess. He'll try mess with you. He's not gonna try and mess with you. It's just he'll try mess with you. Oh wait, no, that's a normal sentence. You're absolutely correct. A fiend among jokes. Liam is reconsidering his life choices.
Considering my podcast co-host. If that didn't pick up on the audio, I informed Nick I was reconsidering my choice of podcast co-host.
It's like next week, Nick, don't show up to the podcast studio. Terry is looking stoic.
No, now we're with the Japanese protagonists and they're looking at a picture of Terry. Because whenever Terry isn't around, everyone else should be looking at pictures of Terry.
And asking, where is he? What does he do?
Okay, so this is important. The board that they have, for most people, it has, like, just based off what it says for King next to Terry, it says King, Muay Thai, and then, like, stats like height and weight. But for Terry, it says Terry Bogard, Legend of the Wolf.
Yeah, that's his fighting style. So they basically have like this big vision board, I guess?
It's not a vision board, it's like an evidence board.
Yeah, and they basically just look at it and go, who's who?
Who are all these people? Who are all these fighters, and which one of them will be the king of fighters?
Why they don't organize it slightly better is beyond me, but you know.
You gotta give it up to Rachel. She did give them like a 3-sentence summary of Terry's whole life. That's Terry. Geese killed his adoptive father 10 years ago. He'll do anything for revenge.
I mean, not to mention things like, oh, she got the name of this secret agent who is working on this case.
Oh, this mysterious beret man.
yeah, the
Hyder.
mysterious beret man.
Geese is ruthless. He even killed his fellow disciple. He'll do anything to get stronger. Oh yeah, what's up with this beret mustache guy? Not mustache, eye patch.
Who could possibly know?
Zunian, Hydern, the mercenary king, professional soldier, intelligence expert, assassination. Europeans.
Europeans?
That's an S, right?
What? Yeah, that's an S. Why is it Europeans?
Europeans.
Oh, well.
And of course, on the side there, we have Brian Battler, who is an American footballer type. In fact, he's an American football MVP.
Wow.
He does not make another appearance in these episodes.
Mysterious. So many names. We then have
The hotel owners are like, why the fuck did you put up so many cork boards in our hotel room?
We then have a flashback.
Yeah, a character we've never really met before has a flashback.
As we zoom into that photo.
And his dying family are like, Daddy, no! And then a mysterious man who is clearly Rugel Bernstein is like, impressive. Not many can still survive a death blow from me. I'm gonna pull your eye out now. Is more or less what he says.
Why does he pull his eye out?
For fun.
Yeah, alright, fair enough.
I'll let you live for today, but I'll be taking a souvenir.
Shing!
Maybe that's not his voice. Maybe it's more like, I'll let you live for today, but I'll be taking a souvenir, see?
I'll tell you what, my name's Rugel.
I'll be taking a real souvenir.
You did kill her, didn't you? You damn Hydern. No, it wasn't me. I couldn't possibly do it. I'll tell you what, I'll take your eye this time, Boyko, but I'll come back for the rest of you.
Next episode, it's 3:12 a.m. in some sort of weird, like,
neon landscape.
No, like a
Southtown City.
like a mill.
A mill?
Like a grain mill.
Oh,
like with all these silos.
Yeah. Like a grain facility.
And Haydn bolts awake and is like, I had that dream again.
Hydern. Who is he?
I've got a King of Fighters invitation on my mantelpiece, which is like a wooden box.
Title card.
Hydern. Job. Ikari Warriors Commander.
Okay, sure.
likes, oh, this is so sad,
What?
likes photograph of his family.
Jesus Christ. We've just been making...
Not his real family, they're dead. He likes photograph of his family. It's all he's got.
The worst part of that is we were just making fun of him being like, Daddy. And now it's like photograph of family. Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, that poor man. Dislikes Rugel Bernstein.
As you would.
And then in a later game, none.
Wow.
Presumably because Rugel is dead, and so he has purged himself of earthly dislikes, and he is free to spend his time just enjoying that photograph of his family.
It's like, you know, in The Good Place, how they're like, this is it, time. Time is the key. And then they're just sitting there enjoying life. It's like that, except he just has his photograph and is like, this is all I fucking have for the rest of my days.
He breaks his eye patch. Not his eye patch, he breaks his, I guess, the monocle that he reads with, and he's like, no, there was time now. Time to look at this photo, all I wanted.
A man enters the room. Well done, Herdime.
I'll be taking a souvenir now. And pulls out his alright.
It's Rugel.
Hobbies. Collecting metal figurines. Fishing.
Wait, hang on, collecting metal
Yeah,
figurines.
he's real into Warhammer.
That's weird. Okay, sure.
Favourite food? Black beer. Intestinal sausages.
Weird choices, but okay.
Forte in sports, hunting. Fighting style, martial arts. Bit redundant.
Bit vague.
And self-taught assassination techniques.
Maybe he's an MMA fighter.
Oh my god, he's on the same team as Ralph Jones and Clark Still, the other military-looking guys. That makes sense.
That does make sense. Interesting.
He was conceptualized to be a cold-blooded killing machine, but his designer grew attached to Hayden and gave him a tragic past. His namesake is a character from the anime space battleship Yamato.
Oh shit! Haydn! I don't know who that is.
Okay, yeah, I've not watched that show. I've heard it's good.
I know I know Yamato, but I don't know anything
Space
else.
battleship.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the space or the battleship they're in.
His eccentric and uncommon fighting style surprised some of the staff, and they humorously wondered if they should add a supernatural quality in his character history.
Did they?
Dunno. Okay, in regards to his tragic past, the developer asked the planner what Rugel thinks of Haydn, as Haydn clearly despises him. He responded, well, Haydn was basically just in the wrong place at the wrong time when he crossed paths with Rugel, and Rugel just swatted him like a fly, kicked him aside like a rock in the road. It was Tuesday. Right? That's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
I really liked back when they were doing a video game championship wrestling.
Yep.
And M. Bison, of course, was a character. And when he was doing well in a match or gearing up for a signature move, they say things in the Twitch chat like, it's about to be Tuesday, or Tuesday coming, Tuesday status confirmed.
Amazing.
Of course, a reference to the Street Fighter live-action movie, Raul Julia's last role as M. Bison, rest in peace, where he famously intoned, "For you, the day you met Bison was the most important day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday."
Man, what a guy.
Or like the day Bison came to your village, or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, the day that Bison murdered all of your family was a Tuesday. I remember because I have it right here on my calendar.
I remember because it was the most important day of my life, and I'll never forget it.
Vividly in my mind. It's like, was it Wednesday? No, it was Tuesday. All right, I remember very distinctly.
Everyone's at Geese Tower for the big King of Fighters media event.
Oh, because they're all approaching.
Billy's there. He's not wearing a shirt at the press conference. Feel like he should be.
You were very offended by
He's
him.
hosting it, you know? Get dressed up, Billy.
He's got to show off his form. It's a fighting tournament. In an MMA weighing thing, they have to take off their clothes, right? It's like that.
They're not doing that.
Yeah, but he's hosting.
Matt, the rapist scumbag, is also there, I think.
Oh, from the hotel.
Yeah, or it could just be another generic character model.
He does have the same glasses and the same face.
He looks a bit like pre-heel turn Eisen from Bleach.
I'm going to say yes.
You all remember Bleach. I remember Bleach. I wish I didn't. Actually, I think that turn of phrase was a joke from the most recent H-Bomber guy, so I'm just crediting that where it's due.
That was a roller coaster of references. I'm just saying.
I remember Bleach. I wish I didn't.
So Kyo and crew enter.
We're here to be protagonists. Benamaru's loving the camera.
Thank you.
The camera loves him, baby.
Oh, I love you all.
Goro says something for once.
What does he say?
I don't know, I missed it.
Oh, fuck.
And then a new character, Athena.
Athena.
Athena Asamiya.
Who the hell is Athena
Athena Asamir.
Who the hell is Athena
say.
Asamir? What's the beans with Athena Asamir?
Well, here's the beans, ladies and gentlefolk.
Is she from
Her
Portugal?
family and relatives include... No, she's from Japan.
What?
Her family and relatives include Princess Athena, ancestor.
Oh.
Job and occupation is pop singer and student.
Oh, okay. She's a pop singer.
Yeah, couldn't you
Right.
tell from the purple hair?
No, because I was telling you she either comes from the country where
The popular chain of Australian cafes Miss Maud's comes from.
because they
I don't know if they're multinational.
Neither do
And I
I.
don't care.
All I know is they have to wear those ridiculous outfits, and I feel so bad for the people working there. Or she was something else that I had no clue about.
And she was.
And she was. What do you know? The answer was right there before us.
She likes her Peter Rabbit tea set and letters from fans. Dislikes grasshoppers.
This is the most idle bullshit. Yep.
Her hobbies include creating homepages, shopping by catalogue and online, and astrology and fortune telling.
Why would you enjoy making homepages?
She's a regular, she's into coding, you know?
But it's just like, I'm going to make one page of the website and that's it. Like, what?
Favourite food, Mamiji Manju, things with kinako dissolved in milk, strawberry daifuku,
Ooh.
and sakura daifuku, and churros.
Ooh.
Forte in sports is lacrosse.
Nice.
Special skill singing, favourite music J-pop,
Makes sense.
fighting style psychic powers, and Chinese martial arts. She's a character originally from Psycho Soldier, which is a video
Psycho
game,
Soldier?
I assume.
In the world?
It's an action arcade game.
Huh. So not a fighting game?
A spiritual sequel to the Athena game released a year earlier, Psycho Soldier continues the adventures of Athena and is noteworthy for being the first video game with a vocal in-game soundtrack.
Oh, sweet.
In the last game, Athena was a mystical, almost divine figure loosely based on the goddess of Greek myth Athena, who fought her way through several otherworldly lands in order to destroy various monsters and evil beings who threatened the peace of the land. In modern times, a young girl, also named Athena, displays special psychic abilities that allow her to unlock a number of hidden powers within herself. She hopes to one day use these skills not only to help others, but to advance her stage career as a future pop idol.
I was going to say to help herself, but that really is.
It's kind of like how Ryu Hayabusa is in Dead or Alive sometimes, I guess.
Ryu Hayabusa?
From Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
True. He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Although less weird in this because it is kind of a mashup game already.
Yeah.
So she's there with her two teammates who I don't care about. There's Sai Kenso, he gets no characterization, and then the Japanese protagonists spend a long time talking to Shin Gensai, an old man,
He's just a very old man with a lot of hair.
a master of Chinese Kenpo, and he's like, I'm here to give my students some good experience.
Aw. Oh, that's nice.
And we're all like, great. And they all are very respectful to each other.
Benamaru doesn't understand the ways of honor and just sort of stands there as the other two bow.
Yeah.
And then Kyo's all like, bow, you fucking asshole.
Fucking Benamaru.
What a fucking asshole.
Then some soldiers come in, and Benamaru's like, look at those dumb-looking soldiers.
Literally says that.
Yeah. Ralph Jones.
Who's Ralph?
He's another soldier. Moving on.
You're just over the... I'm not going to look up more characters.
There's just so many in this episode.
There really are. There's a lot.
Many of this year's participants look tough. I hear that the American sports team is entering as well.
Who are they?
Well, I assume it has Chuck Battler or whatever that guy's name on their vision board was.
the not boxer, the footballer.
Yep.
Yeah, probably.
And then the Queen's team comes in.
Mai's at the front
Maya's
showing off
loving
her...
the camera.
She's showing off her assets.
Yuri is insecure about her small bust size.
And
that's the one joke that every anime has to do.
Yep. And then, who should show up but Rio?
Rio, her brother, and also Robert.
Roberto. It's Roberto, isn't it?
It's Robert.
No, it's Roberto.
It's Robert.
I thought it was Roberto.
Well, it's Robert.
But it must be Roberto. It's gotta be.
You gonna make me fact check this?
I wanna see if I'm wrong. I genuinely need to know if it's Robert or Roberto. It's a footballer. Robert. Son of a bitch. He duped me again.
I played you like a goddamn fiddle.
He needs to live out his King of Fighters.
I'm a big girl, brother. You can't tell me not to enter the King of Fighters tournament. Oh yeah, can't we, Robert?
I don't know which side to pick here.
Robert, if you take his side, our friendship is over.
but
Friendship? Or something more?
No, just friendship. Just friendship. I'm Yuri, we're only friends.
Rio walks forward angrily and Robert throws himself between them.
I can't let you do this.
Let's
Rio.
calm down and talk about this.
And Yuri's all like, blah.
Yuri
and
walks
points-
away and bumps into two serial killers.
What are their names?
Chang Kohan,
Who has a big...
big iron boulder that he's polishing lovingly. Love my big orb. Yes.
It's like a cannonball?
He's huge. He looks like Bluto from Popeye.
Fuck, you are not wrong. He's got a big bushy beard.
Watch
large-
where you're going or you'll get hurt. And then like Freddy Krueger gets on his shoulder and is like, yeah, watch yourself.
It really is just Freddy Krueger.
Actually, it's Choi Bounge.
Wow, I was so wrong. Bounge? Wow, Bounge. Not Boongie, but Bounge.
I don't know.
I have no idea either.
You're allowed to use weapons in the King of Fighters tournament? Hey guys, don't be mean. I'm Kim Kafwan, the third member of this team. I'm a Taekwondo champion and I'm really nice.
And all of us are just like, how many more characters are in this show?
You're the strongest Taekwondo fighter in the world. Why are you teaming up with those criminals? Oh, they're my disciples. Even ex-cons can follow the... I actually want to look these guys up. Because I feel like I'm half remembering like maybe they are conning this guy.
Oh, that's a neat twist. So let's do Freddy Krueger first, who
Choi Bounge.
is actually wearing the Freddy Krueger clothes in his...
He has a wife and children, parentheses, never mentioned.
Wow.
Don't know what that means.
Okay.
He's a recidivist criminal, Taekwondo student, formerly a butcher. He likes the talons he made for himself. He dislikes konjaku jelly. His hobbies are slicing stuff. His favourite food is crab. 14 sports is rhythmic gymnastics.
And a 1, and a 2, and a slicey dicey.
His favourite music is Choi Bounge Ondo, his entrance music.
His intro music.
Yeah. Got electrical powers. Bounge, more appropriately spelled and pronounced as Bungay.
Bungay. There you go.
Bungay means lightning, which suits his electrical powers.
Huh. There you go.
Based on Freddy Krueger, we all could have guessed that.
He is basically Freddy.
He was a late-night predator who chanced to have stalked on Kim during one of his nightly walks. After he was bested by his prey, Choi was forced by Kim to undergo his rehabilitation project in hopes of using the criminal skills not in the name of evil, but rather for justice. During this time, he met and befriended fellow criminal Chang Ko-han. Since then, the two have attempted to escape from Kim's training with little success, stressed often to the point of comic relief.
So they're trying to escape from him.
But he will never let them
But
escape.
he'll never let them escape. That's fascinating. Oh my god, okay. Imagine having a weapon like talons
Or a big iron ball.
or a big iron ball. In fact, both of these things at the same time attacking a martial artist who's like, I'm going to use your powers for good. And not being
He's
able
just
to
that good at
defeat him.
Taekwondo.
Like, what the hell? That's crazy.
But they committed a felony. Are they even qualified to enter the King of Fighters tournament? I mean, Geese Hudson killed a guy in the middle of the street in Southtown.
Yeah, he lit...
Howard. Geese Howard.
Geese Howard.
The
Geese
Hudsons
Hudson?
are the villainous rich family from the Nancy Drew show we're doing on my other podcast.
Ah, easy does it. So Nancy Drew says, why don't you ask Geese Howard?
Well, the host. And Billy is the stand-in for the host here. So all the reporters rush over to him and he's like, but look, the protagonists we actually like are here. Terry and the other two.
I love how you said protagonists.
Yeah. And Kyo is leaning against the wall like a real cool guy, and he and Terry lock eyes, and the camera is like letterboxing on their eyes, and then they are both standing in a big void filled with flame and game recognized game again. The show is really pushing these two as like rivals, even though they've never said a word to each other.
They know, though. They know.
No. I never imagined you guys would be entering. Oh, sorry, Billy's English. Oh, I never imagined you guys would be in. You're welcome, Patty. Hey, you're the host of the King of Fighters tournament, right? You shouldn't insult us. That's rude. And then all the reporters are like, oh my god, he's being so rude. No, I was just testing your resolve. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to get a rise out of you. I'm Billy Kane. I'm a regular, everyday, normal host.
Yeah, I'm not trying to cover for secret, sinister plans that are occurring even now. Andy and Mai have a big argument.
Why don't you take me along on your adventures?
Yeah, Andy.
Why don't you do that? And Andy's all like, I'm sorry, but you're basically going to be like carry-on luggage if you follow me.
Joe's like, you guys should both calm down. They yell at him.
Mai's all like, I am more than carry-on, you sick, twisted fuck.
Kyo over in the corner is like, this looks like a good opportunity for Benamaru to make a fool of himself. Benamaru, you should go help that beautiful woman.
Benamaru looks her up and down and is all like, wow, Mai has
He
a
says,
lot of assets.
so big and beautiful.
Such depth in the storytelling.
How dare you insult a nice body? I mean, a nice young lady.
Oh, I get it, because he likes her physicality.
Yeah.
Because she's a ninja.
They call him Broomhead. Joe also calls him Broomhead. He's like, don't call me Broomhead, Broomhead. Everyone's arguing. In the distraction,
Terrence
just slips into a side room. Billy goes to follow him, but then Kyo is like, oh, you're the host. Can't you help my friend out? Is this Kyo doing Terry a solid?
I think so.
Consciously being like, I know that Terry's going to want to go and fuck around in Geese Tower because that guy killed his dad. I'm going to make a distraction.
It must be right. This must be Kyo being smart.
Yeah.
3 steps ahead. And then he has like a moment of, I wonder what's going on.
Yeah.
Hard cut
to basement 3. Geese and some goons go into the parking lot.
What was the menu?
So I took the photo at the exact wrong time so that Geese is actually passing it. But there is very, like, obviously on the wall here, some sort of menu because it said, like, chef special, main dish.
Why would they include... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
He opens a secret panel in the wall and it reads his palm print, and then a secret door opens, and then Terry comes and beats up the 2 guards and sneaks through the secret door and looks through another non-secret door that's open a crack, and that's the end of the episode.
No!
What?
What's behind the door?
I don't know. Will we ever find out? I
Hard
hope
to
not.
say. I wouldn't mind finding out a little more. Your face immediately went, fuck.
Another week of King of Fighters Destiny, the show that I convinced us to watch. Truly, all my geese are coming home to roost.
But we did plan for this, because we also have JoJo's OVAs to watch.
Exactly.
Yeah, from the 90s.
Nick, what were our highlights this episode?
My highlight probably has to be, I want to say my highlight is going to be Terry dodging a fucking bullet.
That was pretty cool.
After it's been shot.
Well after it's been shot, too.
Like, literally a centimetre from his face. Oh, now I dodge. What was your highlight, Liam?
My highlight was when when that fucking idiot in the towel sipped his wine so poorly timed.
I was going to pick that, but I knew. What was your low light?
My low light was the 2 like attempted sexual assaults.
That does make sense. My low light is probably going to be hang on, what was the order of the episodes again? It went sexual assault episode.
Which one?
And then there was an episode in between.
Then there was Meet the Girls.
Meet the Girls, you're right. My low light probably has to just be the Lolita conversation.
Yeah, that was bad.
Where it was just like, that's not even a relevant reference anymore, is it? Like, really? Is it still...
I think they were referring to a particular Japanese archetype of women rather than a Russian
still,
novel,
like,
Nick.
It's just weird, man. It's just weird that it's like, Lolita, yeah.
Very unsettling,
Yeah.
considering that's a book about a pedophile.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah.
I think we can all come together right now and denounce this mysterious, unnamed group of alleyway bandits for their problematic opinions on Lolita.
If only they knew better. If only they finished college.
Sorry, bandits, you've been cancelled.
If only they studied a bit of history and went, oh, Lolita was bad.
History.
Oh, history was bad. Everyone has a dark past.
Okay, moving on.
Anyway.
So Nick, what do you think is going to happen next time on King of Fighters Destiny, whether or not we watch it?
Well, I feel like Terry's going to get in a fight with Geese Howard, and then he's promptly going to be either defeated or he's going to run away because Geese needs him in the
And Geese is going to be in
fights.
this room being like, yes, the seals are weakening on the Orochi and I'm getting its power. Ha 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 ha.
I mean, maybe? Maybe. I'm not sure.
Because otherwise, what's Terry going to see through this door?
It could just be that one of those 3 items to do with the seal of
the magic
Orochi.
plate or the
Yeah.
Megatama.
Yeah. And that's how
And he
he's getting his
smashes
energy.
it and it's like, I'm getting the power now.
Ooh. Yeah, so then he'll run away and be like, oh shit, I don't know what the fuck that is, but that's powerful shit.
Then the King of Fighters tournament will start. Eventually, they'll probably knock out like Ralph and Clint or whatever his fucking name is, and then Hydern will be like, no, Rugal Bernstein is the true threat. He took my eye and my picture of my family.
What if Rugal fights Haydern in the first round and takes his other eye? With that weird knife sound.
I feel like Rugal is going to show up maybe after they defeat Geese, because I feel like he's very much the power behind the throne right now, because the R sigil is on the King of Fighters invitation in the opening, but Geese is the public-facing host of the tournament this year.
I'm sorry, are you implying that the R in the King of Fighters tournament is Rugal, and the R that Geese Howard was phoning is Rugal?
Look, I know it's a bonkers theory, but I think it'll bear out.
I mean, Liam, I'm beginning to have second thoughts about the co-host here. I don't know. I feel like there might be a couple more episodes before the tournament itself starts, but we're definitely going to start seeing more weird magic bullshit. And we haven't even seen Yori yet.
That's
Where's
true.
Yori?
Maybe he's in that room. Because if I remember that one time we Wikipedia'd King of Fighters lore when Terry came out for Smash, Yori has like some sort of spiritual connection to the Orochi. So maybe Geese is like draining his power or something.
Oh, he's listening to his sax playing.
Of course.
And being like,
I'm stuck in this chamber and I don't even have my saxophone.
oh no. Oh,
That's what he sounds like.
Terrible. And now the most important question of the episode.
Are we going to keep watching this show?
You really don't want to.
I want to move on to bigger and better things.
You want to do that JoJo's OVA?
I want to do that JoJo's OVA, then Bacciano.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's ditch this for now.
2 JoJo's OVAs pending resolving those technical issues from last time.
I am almost certain we can just
Download it.
Yeah, from somewhere.
Archive.org. We
Wow,
found
don't give
it.
away all our secrets. All right, great. If you've enjoyed this episode, please follow us on Twitter.
Yeah!
Yeah. What's our Twitter account again?
JoJo's podcast.
Or you can, if you really, really like us, you can give us money on patreon.com/JoJo's World.
Or if you only like us a bit, but are really, really wealthy.
Yeah, which is fair.
There's sort of a sliding scale there of how much you like versus your liquid assets.
If you have a shit ton of money, it's a no-brainer because give it to the creatives of the world.
Yeah, me.
Are we
And
becoming
until next time,
money-hungry capitalists
to be
to
continued.
continue?